Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, December 8th, 2023. My name is Sam Shalhoub, and it's time for your daily dispatch. Today's dispatch brought to you by MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com, enter in the discount code SAM, and get up to 80% off of all of your purchases. Now, to the news. According to Disclosed TV, the U.S. Southern Command, SOUTHCOM, will conduct flight operations in Guyana airspace amid Venezuela tensions. Another area of the globe going off military action. Something's afoot. Yesterday, Elizabeth Warren came out and said that when it comes to banking policy, she doesn't usually agree with the CEOs of multi-billion-dollar banks, but enforcing anti-money laundering rules against crypto to protect national security is common sense and critical. Gee, what a surprise. Another politician coming out against crypto, and we already know how many CEOs of large banks have come out against it. Well, it tells you something very obvious. According to Watcher Guru, 150 countries in the BRICS Association have been paying their debts with Chinese yuan and not the US dollar. Huge development there when it comes to the monetary system. We know the switch is coming. Question is when and how. According to Bloomberg, the London Stock Exchange is hit by a third outage since October. Now they're calling it an outage. Is it truly more of a cyber attack? Well, that would be my guess, given the fact that we've had so many cyber attacks in so many areas of the world in a very short amount of time. But I'll keep an eye on it and see how it progresses. According to Zero Hedge, the Polish central bank bought gold according to a secret EU plan. They bought roughly 300 tons of gold in the recent years to bring its gold to GDP ratio in line with the average in the Eurozone. More countries buying gold, and not just a little bit, we're talking about tons of gold. A new precious metal-backed currency on its way, or here? Well, sure looks that way. According to Zero Hedge, energy transition reality versus rhetoric. The IEA has pointed out the transition will require, that is going from fossil fuels to electric, hundreds of billions of dollars more invested to make it a viable plan. Well, I don't think it's a viable plan. I know it's not. And the amount of resources that it takes just to make the batteries is ridiculous. And then furthermore, Zero Hedge had further information on it, and they said that 82% of the global energy supply is supplied by oil and gas and coal. And that since the year 2000, we've spent, this is globally, over $5 trillion to reduce hydrocarbons, and that it's only dropped the use of what they call fossil fuels, which is really not fossil fuels, but oil, by 2 percentage points. $5 trillion in 23 years and only dropped 2 percentage points sure seems like a fool's errand to me. According to CNBC, George Soros' fund owns Bitcoin. Now, we've seen large CEOs selling shares of their own companies and now going after Bitcoin in terms of the media. Well, some of the truth is coming out now with some of these major players. According to the General, massive numbers of dead fish have been washing up along the coast of northern Japan. Now, let me remind you, just a few weeks ago, a month ago, they released a lot of the radiated water from the Fukushima plant in Japan. And here it is a few weeks later, and these hordes of fish are washing up dead on the land. Well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what happened there. According to DC Drano on X, he made a postulation that I have to agree with. He says, what if the states passing these laws that decriminalize theft under $900 are being pushed by mega corporations like Walmart, Amazon, and Target under the fake rationale of equity? His postulation is it seems like a backdoor way of getting rid of competition from small business. Small business can't absorb those types of losses, but the megacorps can. And subsequently, what happens? the small business goes out of business. Well, it's up to us not to allow that to happen. Melania Trump came out yesterday and she said that her vote for Donald Trump's vice president is Tucker Carlson. Wow. Pretty amazing that she would come out and say that. And I gotta say, I would not be disappointed with Tucker as vice president. And he did do a new interview yesterday on X with Alex Jones. Lots of information came out, and I would highly encourage you to take a look at it. According to Watcher Guru, the BRICS nations, 20 new countries have applied to join the alliance in 2024. Another major development, something to certainly keep an eye on. And then lastly today, Hunter Biden has been indicted by a federal grand jury on 9 counts, including multiple felonies. Is this the beginning of the dominoes falling? Is this the beginning of the house of cards crumbling? Well, it very well could be. And we'll have to see how it progresses. But if nothing else, it's encouraging that some sort of law and order is taking place. So that's all we have for today. I want to take a moment. Today is the 1-year anniversary of my mother's passing. And I just want to say to her, I love you, Mom, and you are missed. So I hope everyone has a great weekend this weekend, and we'll talk again soon.